Welcome to this special episode of Culture and Career Corner with Sunny Kayla. Today, we'll hear career journey highlights and thoughts on culture from three of ITBD Design's top leaders, Aki, Ketan, and Javid. Now, let's listen in and learn what shaped them to become the dynamic leaders they are today. And remember, if you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe, like, and share. Now, here's your host, the founder and CEO of ITBD Design, Mr. Sunny Kayla. Over to you, Sunny.
I'm so glad that you're here. You joined me today. We are doing teamwork, and now finally we are sharing our experiences with the world. This podcast is to add a value to next generation professionals where they can learn from our successes and failures. So KP, we're going to start with your career journey. So can you please share your career journey with us because it's so amazing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, if I had to sum it up, I think it's been immense growth and many learnings and opportunities around the way. But, you got to start somewhere. And for me, this was my first, I would say, real job at corporate outside of the retail world and what I worked for outside of, just during college, right? So this is this April, 9 years for me here. And, when I say you got to start off with something, I started off just, helping with the pre-sale support and helping with, purchasing and slowly work into sales. And I think, two things that I show gratitude for every day is the opportunities that you get, right? That I add here at ITBD Design to grow and move up year after year. Sometimes those opportunities are not there. The business need not there. But because of our growth and the way the company was growing and, I invested a lot in my personal growth, right? I come from a different background and I was getting into more of the technology and the management, and it's just a lot of learning, right? You got to absorb as much as you can. And when the opportunity presents itself, you kind of move up. It's been an immense journey. And, they always say you got to learn to enjoy the process. You can't just enjoy when you get to the destination. For me, it was never a career journey because the journey never stops, right? But if you learn to love the process in the journey, right? Love every step, take into consideration, reflect, and you have that growth mindset along the way, then the journey becomes greater. So that's been my journey, right? It's just been all growth, a lot of learnings, a lot of relationships that I build, a lot of team members, and we call ourselves a community. So I built a family here, and that's the amazing part. So
can you please share your career journey with us?
Yeah, Sunny, first of all, thank you. It's always a privilege to be with you and always having some great conversations. Yeah, my journey has been really transformational. As a child, I grew up in Punjab, India, and, did my studies and did my college education, graduation from India. It was that time when a lot of people were getting into information technology sector. And I remember I started my journey with Dell Technologies. And that was my first job. And I was super excited about talking to a lot of customers around the world. And that was my first opportunity to make some sort of impact for my team. Fast forward a few years working with Dell, then, I got the opportunity to work with ITBD Design, and it's been 11 years now. I started with ITBD Design in India office as a help desk engineer and, worked my way up as a manager in one of the teams in India. And then you gave me the opportunity to move to US, which was, I think, one of the defining moments of my life. And when I came here, I started working as a on-site engineer, technical account manager. So I have lived that journey from last 11, 12 years. And today in my existing role, I'm working as VP of Operations and Service Delivery and running one of the biggest divisions in ITBD Design and one of the most profitable divisions at ITBD Design.
Yes.
In my existing responsibility, I serve many MSPs today and trying to solve their biggest challenges, whether those challenges are related to talent, whether those challenges are related to infrastructure management or cybersecurity. So
Yeah.
really, privileged to be able to embark myself on this journey. And during this time, I met so many great individuals that have helped me to where I am today.
I was going to school at St. John's for pre-med. A lot of people in our culture, their parents want us to be doctors, and that was my original journey. But like so many kids back then, computers just fascinated me. I took a part-time job while at college, started to do some data entry and database administration, and I found this thing called Active Directory, and I just wanted to start playing with it and learning networks and understanding how the whole thing works. And that just started my real love for technology and computers. And then, after the banking bubble burst in 2008, I was fortunate enough that you guys found me. And I started my journey with ITBD back then, starting off as a regular help desk tech, and started going up from there. Then one of the first challenges you gave me was to learn ConnectWise and help clean up the service boards. And me being process fanatic that I am, like helping to put process in place and get the systems organized. And then you promoted me to service delivery manager. And then as the organization kept growing and new technology, new products to be developed, I was fortunate enough that you gave me the opportunity to try out being the CTO for your organization. And that's kind of where I am today, service delivery for your organization.
How would you describe IT by design culture?
I'm reflecting, I know we do a lot of the ECW training and things like that, right? And I know, going into the year, we talk about all these mindsets we want to have, right? So I think if I can sum it up in two kind of words there, I think it's very engaging, and it's inclusive, right? So we make everybody feel part of an organization, right? We're not just, most organizations or companies, especially larger ones, you're just one person. Whereas here, we make you feel part of the bigger picture. Your contributions actually add value to where we're going, right? Everybody has clarity. We always talk about clarity. Everybody in the organization has clarity, right? In terms of where we're going. And so I think, community being our core value is at the center of everything we do. And we take, pride in the collaborative mindset that we say, which is great for any culture, right? Because we genuinely care about our community, right? Again, every day we go into it, we say things like family, things like community, and we do our weekly kickoffs with the team. We do our Go-Givers activity with the team. We have our Life by Design journey, actually taking away from work and helping people become better versions of themselves, focusing on their mental health. So there's just so much we do in the organization that's around our community. And like I said, it's very engaging and it's inclusive. You're making them feel part of a bigger picture, but you're making them feel a part of a family, right? Coming to work, you spend more time at work than you do at home, or probably equal, right? So that's probably, everybody says your work is your second home, right? But there's a difference that, when people say, hey, you have a house, it's different than saying you're having a home, right? A house is a building, right? A home is something you build. And so I think that's what I describe as culture here, is that we build a home. And, if I would sum it up, I can keep going on about culture and that, but I think that's probably a good sentiment for me to add, close on here, is that, it's inclusive, it's engaging, community's at the center of everything we do. And we generally do care. And the reason is because we've built a home. And that's very, very important.
What are your top life lessons that you have learned along this journey?
I think the number one thing that helped me and that helped a lot of people that I talk to is gaining clarity, right? In your personal and professional life. That is the number one life lesson that I want to share with our future generation, is take some time out and write down your goals, write down what are you up to in your life, and imagine and manifest, and be very intentional about working towards that.
The very difficult lesson I learned a few years ago was one of our employees resigned. They submitted their resignation to me. And I said, hey, man, what happened here? I thought we were all good. He's like, Javid, you have no idea. I've been trying to tell you for the longest that things are not good here. And you don't know anything about me. We come to work, we fix tickets together, but you don't actually know me. And I need a manager with a relationship. that really hit me hard because I didn't realize how much people needed that connection. So, I've made it a point now, just to intentionally connect with people every single day. And it's not, just, hey, what do you have going on from your tickets today? Or what is your SLAs and KPIs look like? It's, hey, how's your day going? If he has a sick puppy, make sure I listen to those cues and I come back and I say, how's your puppy doing today? How are things going on in your personal life? Being intentional to listen to what's going on with them as a human being and then show them that you've been listening goes a very, very long way. People just then feel like, okay, you look at me as more than an employee or a coworker, you start to look at me as a friend and peer now. That little tactic I started to employ with coworkers, I see it really changes our relationships big time. That even when things hit the fan and it's not always a pleasant day, we can always brush it off and say, okay, it was a little tense, but we still love each other. Let's keep it going.
Anything else that you want to leave the audience, the last opportunity to add anything that you would like to?
No, I guess, again, I'm, of course, thankful to this organization for, this journey and the trajectory I've had over 15 years. I've seen a lot of professionals who started the same time as me and not make it anywhere close to this far. And again, it's the balance of opportunity and grit, that helps get us there. So I'm grateful for that. And, I just want to say thank you for that. And of course, one parting message that I guess I want to leave everybody is, don't be afraid. Don't have too much pride. Check your egos at the door sometimes and, just do what you need to do, again, to serve that greater good, serve the best relationships and figure it out, because that's ultimately what any boss, any CEO, any investor is going to recognize, that you're the employee who wants to make it happen and you're trying to do good by the company.